All right, overreaction or not, let's start with the Packers. This is a question, Mike, that we're kind of having is it Jordan Love time? How far, how long is it time to go ahead and take a look at the rest of the season and say, is it best for us to invest in higher draft picks at this point?
I will have to look at Aaron Rodgers' contract. We did this the other day. It's impossible. I remember the answer is no. Jordan Love will never be the starting quarterback for the Green Bay Packers.
Because of Rodgers' contract?
Yes, because Aaron Rodgers, after signing the new deal, has to be their quarterback the rest of this year and has to be their quarterback next year. And I do think that he is dealing with lack of talent on the outside. It doesn't seem like he has a great offensive line, but at the same time, they made the commitment last year. You can't go away from that commitment. And I know that the fastest they could go away from that commitment is the 2024 season. By that time, Jordan Love's a free agent. So I think that they'll be in the market for their next quarterback. Jordan Love had his small chance, his small opportunity. I can't remember what stadium it was that his mom was sitting like in the 400 section. Mm-hmm. But I would say that
it was against Kansas City, way up there.
Like he had a few small moments where he could have maybe had Green Bay question, should we go with Jordan Love? And because he was so bad and Aaron Rodgers was so good, back-to-back MVPs, they made the decision for 2022 and 2023, we're going Aaron Rodgers.
And he signed through 26. So, yeah, Mike, the next couple years, dead cap, $151 million this year.
Right.
Dead cap, $99 million next year. And then 24, 16. But his cap hit over the 3 years following that, 40, 59, and 53. So, yeah, they're kind of stuck in this bad situation where their cap money is maybe that last year. But I don't know how trades work whenever it comes to cap and all that. But if you're going to be with him that long, you got to figure out a way. This might be the season to do it. Just say, you know what? Maybe Aaron Rodgers stays out there. He doesn't look great, but maybe this is the season where we just organically tank, and it's time because we got to put other people around him. You know, maybe this is that one. I'm not saying the Lakers are doing it, Mike, but this is that year that we got to just figure out, all right, we got a lot of things to do. We got to acquire talent.
The Lakers
somehow.
no doing it because they don't even have a draft pick to do it. They can't go get anybody.
Can they trade everything away for draft picks?
I do think no. Well, I guess they could. They could trade. They could start all the way over, but then you're going to get the first pick possibly and not even have the first pick. So that's why LA Lakers won't do that, doing basketball stuff right now. But I could go to kind of tankathon real quick when it goes to, I know everybody thinks that it's NBA, but they do have NFL and where everybody sits in the draft. Right now, Green Bay has the 9th overall pick in the draft. I don't think they're going to be a top 10 team in the draft, as in I don't think they're going to get out of this situation.
I don't think so
they're going to have
either.
one of the 10 worst records. So to your point, possibly having, let's just say, the 7th overall pick in the first 2 rounds, that could help them, but I don't know. They now seem so far away, and hey, rookie wide receivers are making much bigger impacts in the game over the last 5 years than they did 15, 20 years ago. But at the same time, it's really tough to say, all right, if Green Bay gets the best wide receiver in this draft.
Yeah.
It's very rare that he will immediately go to Jamar Chase standards. Like, they're going to be good. Look at the wide receivers in this year's draft. Some of them are good. I watched the Garrett Wilson kid play yesterday. He looks good. He looks like he's going to be a number 1 wide receiver and a great wide receiver. But I don't know if you gave them Garrett Wilson on this Green Bay Packer team, they're 6-3 instead of 3-6.
No, I agree with you there too. I'm looking at the rest of their schedule too. It's tough, man. Like they have some easy games,
but I feel like they're the worst team in every game.
The Lions. They just lost to the Lions. I can't say any game's an easy game.
Houston, Carolina. Houston and Carolina are the only teams that I know are worse than them. I know record-wise there's teams like Las Vegas. I think Las Vegas is better than Green Bay. I think Pittsburgh. I think on a neutral field, I'd take Pittsburgh right now. Detroit just beat them. I think Jacksonville is a hair better than them. Arizona's better than them. Chicago's better than them. New Orleans is better than them.
Looking at their schedule here, Tell me when you hear a win.
All right.
Cowboys.
No.
Titans.
No.
Eagles.
No.
Bears.
Where's the game?
And Chicago.
No.
Rams at home.
Nope.
Really?
Yeah.
I consider the Rams lost, but I'm with you. I
They'll
might even
win,
take the
they'll
Rams
win
in that
one or two of these games I just said.
Miami, Minnesota, and then the Lions. That's a tough stretch of the season for them, man.
I mean, I know that they're not going to lose because they've lost 5 in a row.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to lose 13 in a row to finish the season.
You're right.
But that looks like a 6-win team. 6-11, and 6-11 is usually a top 8 pick in the draft. So
This is Mike. Somebody texted this in a few minutes ago, and I agree with them. As we look forward to this game,
yeah,
this is a weekend when the Cowboys need to punish and embarrass the Green Bay Packers off the field. Like you should literally walk away from that stadium going, that was no game. Like we were the better team. Mike McCarthy, Dak Prescott, Micah Parsons need to walk into this week saying we're going to go make a statement real fast against the Green Bay Packers, and we're not even going to give them a glimmer of hope against us as we look at the rest of their schedule and what they have left.
You know, I know I'm going back to how we started this conversation off with Aaron Rodgers, and the cap thing becomes wonky, and I'm not exactly sure how it looks when you trade him. But if I am Green Bay, I might take the whole cap hit and
right now?
pretty much. Well, not right now, but I can't release them. I'm going to get first-round picks for them. It has to, however the cap works for the other team taking them on, this and that. But if a team is willing, let's just say the Tennessee Titans, who look like they don't have a future quarterback, but they do have a really good team. I'm throwing a team out there, for example, I might go, look, for 3 years, our cap's going to be so messed up, we're going to lose every game.
Yeah.
I in a weird way, I kind of want to lose every game. I want to have the worst possible team for 2 to 3 years, and I'm hoping in that time, whoever the next great quarterback is, whether it's Manning's, nephew or whatever, that I get my next quarterback, but I'm going to go through 2 to 3 years of hell in Green Bay to hope to come out of it. There's no guarantee you do. In tanking, there's no guarantee. In 2 to 3 years, you are going to be good. But I kind of start looking at it and going, how am I supposed to put a championship team around Aaron Rodgers when he makes this much money and I can't afford to add anything because this quarterback contract is what it is. He wanted it. I had to give it to him if I wanted to keep him. I decided to do it. But at the same time, I just wonder after 1 year if you totally cut bait and go, whoever wants him, give me your best offer. We're going to go into the crapper and we're going to be bad for 2 to 3 years because of our cap situation. And we hope at the end of it, we have $100 million to spend on players and we already have our future franchise quarterback on a rookie deal.
From the 214, y'all stop hyping up this game. History tells us this is the type of game we end up losing. No, this is a different season. This is a different Aaron Rodgers. I want him to be like as depressed as possible going into this one. So tells me, Mike, that's not an overreaction on go ahead and sit him. But it's not going to happen. But there are a lot of things you have to start considering here.